Well, we are on the beach. This is called South Beach at Pins. There's quite a few people here. I mean, they're not all bunched up close together, but you can see for miles there are people camped on the beach. Okay, here's mile marker 5, where it gives you a warning sign about four-wheel drive being required after this point. Pretty nice setup. Well, I didn't go down really that too far, but in the interest of time, since there's about an hour daylight left, I think I'm just gonna go camp right here. Just not too far past the 5-mile mark, but maybe tomorrow night I'll pick a spot that's a little bit further down, a little bit more remote. But the cool thing is everyone is really spread out here. Even though there's a lot of people here, you feel like you're all alone. I mean, it's great. Cheddar bacon salmon burgers. All right. It's always curious when people just stop not far from your campsite in the dark, but who knows, maybe they just had to pee or something. Well, I don't let it ruin my fun. Well, I know this probably comes as no surprise to some of you, but I am an idiot and did not restock my trash bags or paper towels. So I'm taking a very minimalist approach. I washed the dishes, but I'm air drying them. This is my one trash bag, convenience store plastic bag. Hopefully it holds up. Even though I keep everything mostly stocked and ready to go, there are times when you need to restock. I do have Ziploc bags, toilet bags, wipes. Just no large trash bags. I know I'm going to have more trash before all is said and done. I'm still fairly close to town. Maybe tomorrow I'll have to run in, get some supplies somewhere at a grocery store or convenience store. Just some trash bags and some paper towels. Stuff that we take for granted really becomes sometimes an issue when you're off grid or out camping. So, but anyway, not gonna let it ruin the night here. Got this awesome fire. The weather is just perfect. Oh man, it's just enough breeze where it keeps you cool by the fire and makes the fire worth doing, but it is kind of humid. So if you start working yourself up, you can start sweating, but this is nice. This is probably the best time of year. The wind's not that bad. I mean, there's a little breeze, which is nice, but it's not, I wish I had a hammock. I would probably just sleep outside tonight. Yeah, awesome night. This is the life. Well, good morning from the penthouse. Woke up to a little bit of pitter patter of rain this morning. Some thunder as well. It's nothing too heavy, but I'm pretty sure everything's wet out there. Got just chilly enough where I used the sleeping bag kind of as a blanket. Overnight, I unhook the fridge from the power outlet in the back of the Jeep and I plug it into my portable battery power station to help save the battery. I don't have any sort of solar or anything to charge it with, but it seems to last for 2 consecutive nights, probably go for 3. And I leave it on the the Jeep's battery for a little bit during the evening and it seems to be all right. Well, so much for leaving the dishes out to dry. You can definitely tell somebody's been going along the beach here. Walking up to the sand dunes here. Look at the other side. Okay, well, I replenished my paper towel and trash bag supply here at this island market and just waiting for my daughter and her friends to arrive. I think they're right here. Hi, kiddo. Oh, there's my kiddo. Oh. You look ready to have fun. Hello.
You have fun?
Yeah. Now you're ready to have fun.
Those kids are just too much. They swimsuits. That's why
They're just too much.
already.
The second one.
This one?
Yep.
The Padre National Seashore?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I'm glad they're having fun. Looks like they're having a blast. Yeah, I think the water is going to be chilly, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to put my feet in. I'm not going to go all the way. And I have a cooler with drinks and stuff if they want. Yeah. Oh, this is my my camping trailer. Yeah. Yeah. It's like
This is cool as hell.
apocalypse. I got firewood. This is the tent, and then here, check this out. The full refrigerator. I have drinks, water. All right, let's go so we get to the beach. Yeah, just follow me. It's just down this road, but you can't miss it. It's like this road only goes one place. So, all right. After spending some time with my 10-year-old daughter, Brooke, who was tagging along with a friend and her mom on a trip to the area, we eventually went our separate ways. And I continued south to search for yet another campsite. Since my previous trip to Pins, nearly 2 years ago, a goal of mine has been to make it to the entire 60 miles out to the Mansfield Cut, which is the dividing line between North and South Padre Island. But I knew that time constraints and other factors might hinder me from actually reaching that goal. But even then, I was still going to try. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this home for the night. I mean, it all looks about the same, but I want to start setting up camp, enjoy the campsite. Feels a little cooler down here, actually. Temperature's now 68 degrees. Water looks a little bluer, too. And there's a nice wooden crate here. I can use that for firewood if I run out. There's some more extra wood somebody left. You can tell this was somebody's site. There's a wood that's been stood up in the sand. But yeah, I'm gonna pull everything around to get it all set up the way I want it, kind of block the wind, which is coming off the coast, and call it camp for the night. It's literally like little pieces of crushed shells. It's as if, now it's when you dig down a few inches deep is when you get to it, but it's like the sand here hasn't been turned to sand as much as points south of, or points north of here. Pretty interesting. Life jacket. More like a sand jacket now. I don't want you to get the wrong idea about Padre Island, but there is a lot of debris here, but it's not, most of it washes in off the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, because some of this stuff isn't stuff you would just normally take to the beach. But that doesn't mean we can't pick up a little bit. In the middle of the night, I started feeling ill. I think I had a case of one too many old fashions. But needless to say, I am feeling much better now. See, here's a mile marker 20. Fuel's becoming a real concern here. It's been decreasing. Now down to 6.8, 121 mile range. Good thing I got all that extra fuel. The Jeep's holding the RPMs at just over 2,000 in second gear. I'm in 4 high part time, and I have the traction control off. It keeps flashing at me. Well, I'm at mile marker 25. This is where I turned around the last time in the power wagon, and I'm gonna keep pressing on. Approaching Milepost 35, and I do see a car up ahead coming this way. It's been a while. It's quite the setup there. National Park Service building. It's a government plate. Huh. Interesting. All right, milepost 40. Well, at least they warn you. There's some really sharp rusted metal there. Approaching mile marker 45. Well, this one, the sign is facing the other way. Mile marker 50. Almost there. All right, approaching mile marker 55. What is this? Oh, it looks like a buoy. So I'm almost there. I think you can kind of see it, the Mansfield Cut right there, and then there's this area that says authorized personnel only. It looks like a weather station or something. Yeah, I'll check that out in a bit. I want to get all the way there. All right, approaching the Mansfield Cut, Port Mansfield Channel. It's funny, the land on the South Padre Island side goes further out, it looks like, than the North Padre side. There's actually a few people out on the jetty. Wow, now this would be an epic camp spot. That's how they got here. Gonna walk out onto the channel here. Onto the jetty. Sorry. Really got to watch your step. All rusted. Look at this water. It's just so beautiful. Whew. That was fun. It was very humid though, despite it only being 72 degrees, but totally worth it. I wanted to go out to the end of that jetty. As much as I would love to just hang out here and have lunch, I'm gonna just eat my food while driving and start heading back, because it's a long way back. And I would like to get home before too late. It's probably already going to be dark when I get home, but well, I very well might need some gasoline before making it back to civilization. Sitting just over a third of a tank and range of 35 miles. We'll see. I'll drive for a bit and then put some gas in. I am so glad I have all that extra fuel with me, because I've got only 19-mile range left. I just passed the mile marker 50 sign. So there's still 50 miles. And that's just to get back to the paved road, and then you gotta drive at least like 10 or 12 miles to the nearest gas station. If I didn't have the fuel with me, I would be sweating bullets right now. All right, the time has come. Low fuel warning light came on just a little bit ago. I'm gonna go ahead and put in some extra gasoline now. I mean, I could probably go a little bit further. I know there's some more in there. I just don't want to make it go all the way down. So here at mile marker 40, after an hour and 4 minutes, I've gone 20 miles, and there's still 40 more to go of just beach. So actually my first time using the roto packs. See how this goes. Oh, it's got one of those little lock things. Oh, god damn it. I had a feeling it was going to be a little bit messy. Still beats running out of fuel any day of the week. This larger jerry can, I'm just going to use the siphon. If you've ever had to hold 5 gallons of fuel upright, I just find this to be a lot easier and more convenient. Insert one in here. There we go. Shake it. Make sure it goes all the way down. All right, 3/4 of a tank, range 75 miles, and that's 75 miles on off-road. It'll go up if I hit pavement before then. So, let's go. I feel like this road has gotten worse since I drove down just earlier today. The wind has blown lots of sand drifts into the tracks, and it's just like bounce. It's like bump after bump after bump. Even air down, even with sway bar disconnected, it's still annoying. I'm not sure if it'd be better if I didn't have the trailer, probably, but still. And it's really causing that trailer to bounce a lot too. It just means slow going. Instead of doing 20 miles an hour, I'm doing more like 12 to 16. Interesting, you got clouds forming right as the sea breeze is moving inland. Creating these nice little shadows. That's weird. It went from clear skies to almost foggy. Very interesting weather. I feel like I'm on a mountain top. It's like much cooler and clouds are just forming all around you. So just a word to the wise, if you're going to go down to the Mansfield Pass at Pins, plan to make it an all-day event. Even starting at mile marker 20 like I did, I guess I just underestimated how slow going it would be. especially with the trailer. And it was incredible how the trail conditions changed after I made it all the way there, and then I started heading back. I guess some stronger winds picked up, and it really started to cause the sand to drift, kind of like when you have blowing snow, you get drifting snow, and that just made it really bouncy and bumpy. And there's several times that trailer was just, I swear it was bouncing like 2 to 3 feet in the air. Probably not, but it was bouncing pretty hard. I didn't want anything to break or anything like that, so I kept it slow, and that just made it take an incredibly long time back. I left camp at 10 a.m. and now that I'm fully aired up, it is 7:12 p.m. and that wasn't even starting from pavement. That was starting 20 miles in. So just keep that in mind. I would make that, take a couple days and spend some time down there. There seemed to be a little a side trail going along the channel, and as long as that took, you might even consider driving all the way to South Padre and going up on South Padre Island. That might actually be a little bit faster. That's a shorter drive, but I am so glad I had the extra fuel. That's the first time in a long time that I've had to actually add fuel while off-roading or overlanding. So that was kind of cool. Good practice. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure down to Padre Island National Seashore. If you did, hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Take care.